is the way. This is the way.
Hey everyone, man, I hope you enjoyed Ahsoka Part 4 titled Fallen Jedi as much as I did. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. So, heavy spoilers moving forward. Before we get into it, if you're a fan of our videos, please like our content and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out and gives us the opportunity to create more content for you. Okay, who else was going nuts at the end of the episode? I mean, my kids were wondering why I was clapping my hands and shouting at the screen, so yes, if you're still wondering, Ahsoka did wake up at the end of the episode to find herself in the world between worlds, only to see none other than Hayden Christensen once again reprising his role as Anakin Skywalker. And personally, I don't think that this is actually Anakin, but someone pretending to be Anakin, and I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on who it might actually be. Okay, so let's talk about the world between worlds, Ahsoka's connection to it, and how she possibly got there this time. So the world between worlds, also called the Virgin Scatter, is actually a mystical plane in the Force which connects time and space together with a set of doors and pathways. So the world between worlds first appeared in Star Wars Rebels in season 4 in an episode titled A World Between Worlds. The concept for the world between worlds was actually inspired by C.S. Lewis's book concept in Chronicles of Narnia called The Wood Between the Worlds, which were a series of portals that took the kids from one world to another. So the world between worlds was actually theorized to exist in the Star Wars universe for ages and was referred to in the ancient Jedi text that was on Octu in The Last Jedi. These ancient books referred to this as the Chain World Theorem. This almost seems like a visual representation for the Force itself, connecting all things together. So yeah, Rey's actually got that book now, so that ancient Jedi text is currently residing with Rey Palpatine? Skywalker? Whatever you want to call her. In Rebels, the world between worlds was accessed by a painting of the Mortis gods, the father, daughter, and son, on a Jedi temple that was unearthed on Lothal. Now, the Mortis gods seem to have something to do with this world, and I believe that they are going to play some part in what we see in the Ahsoka show. Now, in Rebels on Lothal, the Loth wolves that we see were actually connected to the world between worlds and could move through space similar to travel in hyperspace. Now, the painting on Lothal acted as a key by using the Force, and during Rebels, Ezra Bridger unlocked this portal and traveled to the world between worlds, where he was able to pull Ahsoka Tano off of Malachor during her duel with Darth Vader, essentially saving her life. At this point, Ezra wanted to use this realm to save his master Kanan Jarrus, who sacrificed himself for his friends, but Ahsoka convinced him that the rebel crew would all be dead if it wasn't for his master's sacrifice. At this point, Ahsoka told Ezra that she understands the pain of being unable to save one's master, which I think might play a big part in what we see next on Ahsoka. Then Ezra and Ahsoka agree to close the portal to stop the Empire from accessing it. But surprisingly enough, Darth Sidious was able to access the world between worlds with Sith magic, I guess, and connecting with Ezra and Ahsoka, who were inside. Then Ezra and Ahsoka managed to escape and destroy the temple. Ezra returned to Lothal, and Ahsoka went through a portal to Malachor, returning to her own time. This indicated that she didn't travel in time, but was temporarily displaced. This could play a big role in what we see next in the world between worlds. So this crazy realm has been described as an echo of space and time by Dave Filoni, and the idea is one's own experience actually creates what paths and portals appear in the world between worlds. So each individual experiences a different world between worlds, linked to their own history and experience. Since Ahsoka has already been through the world between worlds, perhaps she is already connected, and maybe that's the reason why she was able to travel there this time. But maybe she was brought there, pulled out by Anakin, or someone pretending to be Anakin. Perhaps Ahsoka will be tempted to use the world between worlds to save her master, or maybe to travel to Peridea. Whatever happens, we're going to get a lot more information and a greater understanding of the world between worlds, and I was so excited to see this in Ahsoka. So if you have a theory, please share your comments. I always love replying to all of my comments, and I love to hear from you guys. So there you go, that's what we know so far about the world between worlds, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this series and can't wait for next week's episode. Is it Tuesday yet, guys? Come on, we gotta get there. So thanks for joining me today on Fatherly Phantom, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And from our families to yours, have a good one, and may the Force be with you.